So if we're gonna be
Boom,
there we
recording.
go.
We're on.
This really is like a work meeting. Damn. I'm just kidding. Um,
This meeting,
it's like the
calling
exact
this meeting in, I don't know, whatever you say at the beginning of the meeting. Not adjourned, but
meeting
in
adjourned.
progress.
Well, we're back at it. Well, I guess what are we doing? Like, we should do like a roll call or something like that. So, what's up, everybody? What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy Mars.
Hey, y'all. Title here in the room.
Uh,
What's
what's
up?
up? I'm like a
What's
crab. I'm
up?
shifting
What's
from
up?
side to
What's up?
side.
And I'm Cameron. Yeah.
Hey, 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 hey. Your team. um.
And I would
Avengers.
like
So,
to
I
say
mean,
this first meeting, everyone, I am high as fuck. So I am not responsible for any responses out of my mouth. I
Yeah.
did not take any responsibility.
right? Yeah. So yeah, first topics we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about all the political stuff. We're going to talk about all the gender stuff. We're going to talk about all the
Yeah.
race stuff. Um,
I talk about that
and
stuff
we
on
might
this
not even
channel.
right. We won't even get to that. We won't even get to the fun anime stuff till like episode 54 or something like that. The world's got so many problems.
Like One
Damn.
Piece, you have to wait 500 episodes.
Exactly for it to like
Yeah.
really kick in.
Cool.
Next time, Dragon Ball Z.
Next
Right.
episode.
We're in the oh, we're in like the East Blue arc. Oh, we can call ourselves like East Blue or something like that. That's kind of like a deep cut. It's a fun little like anime thing. I also thought about like in terms of like theming. I was like isekai or something like that. We could be like that time I got reincarnated as a podcast or something like that. Or like I what was I thinking? Like I I died in my own life or something like that, and then I like started a podcast with my I don't know. The title has to be very long and convoluted and explain everything about the podcast in one
I
go.
decided to start a
That's,
podcast with my childhood friends, and now
there
we're
you
famous.
go. Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
works.
yeah, yeah.
That works.
And then
Absolutely.
um, but currently, I guess currently for our viewers who can't see what we're doing right now, I'm pouring some syrup. I left the ramekin downstairs, the good ramekin downstairs, so I'm gonna like
You have
syrup
a
my pancake
ramekin.
bites individually.
Nah, no,
Yeah.
I thought you was about to drink that shit. Like I
I
thought you was about
was
to
like,
take
what's
off that
about to
shit.
happen?
I was about to be like, yo, that's some next level shit, man.
Syrup
Allegedly,
straight out the
one or
bottle.
more of us is not sober.
Yeah, right, probably.
Here
Well,
drinking
usually
syrup.
I'm drinking syrup. I'm getting
Ultimate sugar
sugar.
high.
Is
Hmm.
sugar kind of like like a substance you can abuse? I assume, right? It alters
It
your
I
is.
feel
state.
It's
like
Isn't
addictive. That's what's wrong with children.
mm,
that's what's wrong with children.
They're addicted to sugar.
agreed.
It does. No,
um,
like
I'm
it
gonna,
works a similar way as like an opiate in your brain.
I guess so. Yeah. I
Sugar,
mean,
the
it
way
makes me
that
really
your
happy.
brain and body processes sugar.
I was technically craving something sweet, so yeah, that's like an addiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of off topic, kind of on topic. I
Uh-huh.
just want to say people are hilariously sick. Because they have this like whole entire channel on Instagram called Kids Getting Hurt, and you literally see them like falling, tripping.
That's great. That's right up my alley. Yeah, kids gotta
Well,
learn, man.
fucking
So,
terrible. And I still watch it, and I'm just as terrible for it.
They
I
do.
want to say I feel bad, but sometimes I laugh because like kids are fucking stupid. Like they are. It's
They're,
kind
I
of
mean, they're just like fearless, you know? They just do things without fear and and they're very brave and they have no consideration to consequences because they haven't experienced them. So they just do stuff.
it's
I
their first
mean,
time
that's
being
true.
alive, you
Yeah.
I mean,
know?
well, think about it. I'm sure we've all done some dumb shit when we were kids.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely. 100%. I've jumped off so many things and could have broken so many bones. Knock on wood. But as a child, I should have been dead a couple times. Over. We used to, okay, yeah.
That's why children
Listen,
balance.
we used to do this thing at a pool. Yeah, children are terrifying. I remember being in a kid. Kids are fearless, right? I remember meeting this kid at the pool, meeting a total stranger, getting into this game where we would just take turns holding each other's feet up and like basically trying to drown each
Trying to
other,
drown each other.
like just cause. I don't
Yay!
know why we were doing it, but it was just kind of the vibe. We just hold each other's feet. Oh, when he stops kicking, like
Let them go
he
when there's
tapped
bubbles
out.
coming up.
That's
um,
horrifying.
Kids are scary, man. Kids will just try and kill themselves for no reason, like
Yeah.
not on purpose, but like
And
do
each other.
shit to inadvertently get themselves killed. Yeah.
I know I did something like so embarrassing. Even when I think about it now, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck was I on? Like, I wasn't even on drugs and the dumb shit I did. You know, because I'm high and I'm like, all my inhibitions are like, oh, I'm just gonna tell you. So when I was a fucking kid, like I want to say when I was 6 years old or so or something, I don't know what the fuck possessed me, but I thought if I kissed a lamp, I would turn into a magical superhero. And
Probably, yeah. That's sound logic. You might. You never
I thought I
know.
was, if I kissed the lamp, I would turn. I thought I was gonna turn like I was gonna get some type of magical powers. I thought I was gonna be that bitch. And so
it's so bright. I'm gonna consume
it was so bright. It was even drawing. It was like almost like the needle from Sleeping Beauty. Like you just wanted to you just want to touch it, but like yeah, it was just my fucking mouth and a fucking hot ass heat lamp. What the fuck? So as soon as I did it, yeah, my lips
burn your face.
But that's sound kid logic though, because like
I
you
know,
like you said, Sleeping Beauty, that was a little cursed little needle thing. Who's to say if I kiss this lamp, if I stick that fork in the electrical socket, then I won't become like Static Shock, get some cool powers out of it. Like, you never know. You gotta try.
I'll become a superhero. Yes.
Nuclear waste gave so many people powers back in the day. So much toxic like radiation. Ninja Turtles. I'm pretty sure kind of the Street Sharks. Nuclear power. Nuclear energy was giving everybody powers back in the day.
wait a
But
minute. Why
now
does
we
Street Shark
know
sound familiar?
that's not the jam. Huh?
Street Shark sounds familiar. Was that? Why does that sound? That was on Fox.
Street Sharks?
Yes.
I mean, well, it's kind of like on UPN ish, but I mean, probably on Fox at some point or another. Everybody had a different like sort of like programming block. So yeah, probably Street Sharks, Extreme Dinosaurs, Mummies Alive. That was dope. Biker Mice from Mars. That was a really good one too. And Cowboys of Moo Mesa or something like that. All cartoons fighting monsters with abs. That's the genre for it.
Mm.
Great. I love it. That's my favorite kind of cartoon. Just mutant whatevers. They got powers, and I'm not asking questions.
That was so much syrup.
Nobody gets absorbed. It's I swear it goes like straight into the pancake and nothing. I'm not walking away with excess syrup here. Darn.
Oh my gosh, that's so hilarious.
The ones on the bottom are probably gonna be like
speaking of which of that, like your programming block when you were a kid, like I know when I was like, I think with 7 or 6, whatever, it was like Power Rangers, then Beetleborgs, then Mask Rider, and
Preach. Let's go.
Yeah,
VR Troopers.
Oh yeah, fucking VR Troopers. Oh my god,
Troopers. Hell yeah.
Reality strippers, drink go.
That show was actually supposed to star Tommy from Power Rangers. He was like in the pilot episode of that show, and it was gonna kind of be like a spin-off ish. I have to like check on that actually, but I know Tommy was supposed to be the main character in VR Troopers. But
that didn't work out too well.
Yeah. No, he's too ingrained in Power Rangers. R.I.P. the great,
Yeah. And that's so crazy. He's not even here with us anymore. I was sad. Oh, and it was sad seeing Amy Jo Johnson. Like she like broke down. And it was terrible.
Yeah, it was real sad. Yeah, I know it's tough. Also,
and cast.
What's up?
I said it was a long running show and like cast. Within
Yeah.
like what?
Absolutely, yeah. Power Rangers, like I think it like they just released their like quote unquote final season. Like American Power Rangers like final season was like earlier this year, I think.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's been going on this whole time. For some reason, American producers think that they can't make money through Power Rangers, so it's like the IPs are kind of sitting on the shelf right now. Um, Absolutely ridiculous. Why would they do that? Because it makes
Or
money
not as
every year
much
in
money as
Japan.
they want to make.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Hmm.
We could spend money to like do more, but then we'd be spending money and not pocketing it. So
You only want to make no spending money, only making money.
yeah, exactly. That's how business works. Only make money. Whatever it takes to make money.
But you know,
Um,
like being in the industry and everything, I'm surprised like they didn't like, or did they like kind of do like the first like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers over, like or do a remake of that whole entire series?
they've been kind of like they've been teasing that for a while. They've been like, every couple of years, like something will come up with like a Power Rangers reboot. They did the movie, which was something else. They went off the rails with the movie. Like it was like so different for like just to be different.
Yeah.
They, did you guys see the movie actually? The
Oh
I think
yeah,
2017 movie?
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
I saw that many times.
it was
It's right. It was so
it could have
different,
worked.
but it was like it was
It could have
nice
worked.
different, but it was still
Yeah.
different. I'm not gonna lie, there were some things that okay, let's all fucking face it. When they
Let's go.
actually
Let's be
put
real.
the fucking Power Ranger like theme song when they got in their Zords for the first time, it was so misplaced. Like it was just so out of there. It was just I was just kind of like cause it just kind of came out of nowhere, and I was just like, okay, I mean, tight, but
Yeah,
like,
sure. Like, why not?
yeah, I was just like, wow, that's awkwardly placed there. Okay.
My main thing with that movie is that they went so far with the designs. They couldn't do like dinosaurs. It can't be cheesy. It has to be gritty and real. They couldn't even put the robot together. They fell into a hole, and the robot came out like it's a robot. It's together now. They did it off screen because they were so buck wild with the designs. They didn't know how to put it together. That's my one gripe. They got pushed into a big hole and then came out a big monster, a big robot. And then
like,
Goldar looked a lot like the Megazord too. I was like, what?
Yeah. And then that's
Yeah.
probably the excitement of them like piecing together, like yeah. I don't know.
That's the fun of it. That's the money shot where it all
want
like
the
clicked and
transformation.
crashed
We want to
together.
see it come together.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
want to
because
see
didn't
all
they
the
like kind of
basic
like
pieces.
melt together or something in the movie? I kind of forgot, but
It fell into a hole and then came out complete. The whole thing was like the Zeo crystal. Like they took the Zeo crystal that was like in the hole, and the hole gave them new powers so that they could do cool shit on screen. And that was it.
Wow.
And then Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme was also the nexus of like everything on Earth. They made it a very big point that Krispy Kreme.
oh yeah, they sure
Angel
did.
They really did. That was great. I like when movies like really aren't like subtle about their brands and stuff like that. They did the same thing in Godzilla versus Kong.
Mm-hmm.
There's a straight up just car commercial straight in the middle of the movie. It's like
Buy a Honda.
right, exactly. She's like sitting there, she's like talking to this girl, and she's like doing sign language. She's like, I don't feel like I belong. And she's like, oh, well, you're really special and I love you. And then they just pull out, and it's just this wide shot of this beautiful Buick Enclave that you want to buy as soon as you get out of the movie theater. My big, beautiful orange Honda Civic, whatever the fuck. It was great. It was just really blatant. It was awesome. You got to drive it. Go watch this movie and then buy a car afterwards. That's what that movie is. It's just that easy.
You too can
That's
have
cool.
an enclave.
A big, beautiful Buick
Enclave. And give us all your money.
4-door seating, power steering, backup cameras, which I don't like agree with a little bit because, like, how good are we at driving? Because, like, how good are we going to be driving?
You driven a car that has backup cameras?
I have. It's like
great.
Sorry. But I mean, I'm gonna lose the skill if I just rely on the camera, though. You know, I'm gonna like forget how to drive, and I'm gonna back into some kids
Not gonna forget.
the minute I get
You're
into
not
a
gonna
car
back up
without
in
like
it
the
because you have a
thing.
backup camera. And all new cars have backup cameras.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I
saying
think
as soon as I get into a car without one, I'm done. I'm cooked. It's over for me. I'm
yeah.
gonna like hit somebody's dog or something, and I'm gonna be like, what happened? Where is
I
it?
can't see.
it's funny though, but like I know, like for my nephews, like they're in their
Uh-huh.
early 20s right now. They can't drive a car without a backup camera. Like that generation doesn't know that type of driving.
No,
They don't.
they don't know about like
We're
looking
done.
behind you, or like across the seat.
How you supposed to?
They don't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. We're cooked. We're cooked as a species.
They
I
don't.
also don't like how like electronic cars are getting now. Like everything's like so integrated with like the Bluetooth system. It's like,
Mhm.
what the fuck happens if like I don't know, some if my car glitches out, it locks up and freezes up. I'm done. I gotta get
Screwed.
it towed for like $1 million.
It's
Like the place.
inevitable. It's just like what happens if like they have like an electrical attack or whatever, and all of our
Oh
things doesn't work. Like what is
For
it called?
yeah,
car.
EMP wave. EMP wave.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like it
Coronal
definitely
mass
could.
ejection. You know,
Mm,
that's a scary one.
yeah.
That's a doomsday scenario, which is fun. I love those. I don't love them, but I mean, like I'm obsessed with them
Interesting.
sometimes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I think cars would stop working like regardless, though. Even the old cars would stop working if there's like an EMP attack, because like the batteries and stuff like that,
True.
right? Like
Yeah.
we be dead. I mean, we'd be screwed regardless. But like we're like more
Comforting.
screwed now than we would have been.
Yeah.
Very comforting.
True now.
The only ones who would probably be great is the Amish.
Oh yeah, they're great. They're gonna be oh, and woodsy people.
Marriage.
Yeah, yeah.
This is why we need land. This is why we need to get like our like homesteading shit on lock. Get those
You
like,
are
get
absolutely
those, like,
right.
steampunk vehicles.
Right. Yeah, like right. Can I get like I'm
Steam
supposed to do it
machines.
on like a sort of like I'm supposed to do it on like a pedal powered like motorcycle or something like that. Like that seems kind of dope. Like I'd rock a little tiny motorbike like around town.
Mechanically
In the
generated
city at least.
I feel like
electricity.
there needs to be a new like technology created that's not electrical, but we have to use some sort of energy, but not electrical. Is that even humanly
It doesn't
possible to
have-
do?
I mean, like, cause like
Nuclear fission? They made some strides in nuclear fission a little while back, I think. Right?
Because like
Like
there
we're getting pretty
need
close
to
to that.
create machines that have access to like free energy, because like electricity and like energy is like in the air, you know? Like people did not invent electricity. Electricity is just a flow of electrons, and like electrons are all over the place. So like we just need machines that don't rely on like controlled electricity and like controlled like fuel sources.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's really making my head hurt right now. Trying to even think about that. Like seriously, no, my head's like, bitch. I'm like, I know. So yeah.
Are you drinking water? You should be
Beetles
drinking
have
water too.
organs in their bodies that they can control the flow of electrons to shock people. Like it's biological. Electricity is from nature, not from human creation.
It's pretty sick.
That's
Pretty
why I
awesome.
fuck with Storm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean shooting electricity, that's a pretty decent power. Like it's a pretty like
It's
You
a
can
we
control
can
the
control that sort of thing.
suck out that bitch can suck out all the air in your fucking lungs and just make you die. And she's done it. I love
There you
it.
go.
Done.
You know,
You know, Sarosha, you
Crazy.
don't even need her powers to beat your ass. You really don't.
technically no. She's a pretty good combatant. You
She
know,
does it.
an
That's
Olympic
why she's the
level
leader.
like.
Or she was the leader of the Morlocks. She beat Callisto's ass with no powers. Whip that
Oh.
ass.
Yeah.
I mean, it bees like that sometimes. There's a whole like video on YouTube about like, hold on. I mean, I'm gonna try and send it to chat, but like, yeah, because we could do that now.
You
Wow.
can share videos from your screen.
We can share videos and we can share links and all
now
that.
we're going to
Ooh,
watch
I
a
love it.
video.
You're right. I mean, we don't have to watch the video, but I'm chronically online and I'm chronically watching like YouTube all the time. So it's like why are so many black people like superpower or why do so many black heroes have like electric superpowers? That's like a whole like thing.
Melanin.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember you mentioning something about that.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
And it's been like a source of like kind of contention in like sort of like black nerd groups and stuff like that. The origin of the electric black superhero. I'm just gonna like throw that in there. You
Like
can
it
still
came
watch
from
it in your like
like
spare
the
time.
gods, like King the Orishas, like Ogun, or
Probably, yeah.
who
But
was it?
no, I
Yeah,
remember you
honestly.
saying something about
Was it
like black
Changa?
people being like
Mhm.
Changa was the god of like thunder.
naturally.
What?
Hmm? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. No, I mean debunking the electrical Negro. Yeah, there's a bunch of like fucking videos on it. Actually, I'm not gonna play it, but I mean, comic aficionados. It's something that kind of comes up a lot. I think I've even probably drawn some indie comics where somebody had like electric powers. I'm gonna toss another one in there just because
Mm.
now I have everybody captive, and I'm gonna bombard you with links to things.
Research
I'm gonna be
for
chronically online
future
to you
episodes.
guys. Exactly. Oh yeah, future topics. Yeah, exactly.
Future topics.
Mm.
Many black things.
The electric
Right,
black superhero.
Kind of
right.
off topic, kind of on topic though. So, like
Mm-hmm.
speaking of black heroes, I think I was
Uh-huh.
hearing something about Marvel saying that, or I
Uh-huh.
guess Disney, whoever the fuck owns them, we're going to try
Uh-huh.
to do I guess focus on more X-Men female characters. I guess when they bring back them into the MCU universe or whatever. Like,
Okay. Yeah,
so
I'm down with that.
I think I heard they were trying to do something more with Kitty Pryde and something like that. But I ain't gonna lie, they're pissing me off because Storm needs to
They're gonna
have
mess.
a
They're gonna,
decent
they're gonna mess it up.
representation.
It's gonna be awful.
Like, can you on some real shit? Like,
Like
yeah, I just
Disney, they're not gonna do a good job.
my thing is
They've been
give
like
my girl her flowers. Give her goddamn flowers,
They
and
never
stop
will.
making her be.
It's Disney. They will never. They will never.
I think it's only a matter of time, personally. I think Secret Wars is coming up. Whatever the Kang thing that they were doing that failed through, the Avengers Doomsday, they're trying to like really kind of like subtly slide in a lot more like Marvel, like the tertiary like Marvel like ideas that they haven't worked on yet. And I think like we're probably gonna see some X-Men like in 2026, 2027, I think. Like, whatever those drop. Storm, hopefully they just cast them right. That's my thing. I want a dark skin
Yeah, like
Storm.
make
No,
Storm actually
they're
be a
gonna
darker
be a
skinned black
quarter
woman
black,
at least.
like
Yeah,
English.
absolutely. Right. And no British accents too, right?
You're gonna have a British accent.
Right. Oh, I watched the trailer for like Mufasa or something like that, and they all speak with like a British accent, and it unnerves me. It drives me insane.
Yeah.
All
Or what?
all the real animals. So the trailer for Mufasa, the origin story of Simba's father, that released, and all the animals talk with the British accent, and it's like
African animals.
like why African animals with a South African accent, I guess maybe that's what they're going for.
No, I doubt it. They're going for like a colonial British accent, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, so like, what was the bird's name in that movie? I forget. Zazu? Yeah, Zazu. Yeah, right. Okay, so I can see him speaking with like a British accent because he's kind of like the white dude in like that movie, like in that sort of world. It seems like, but like, I don't know. It kind of sucks that the rest of it. I think, yeah, even like Mufasa, James Earl Jones, he was speaking mad normal, but like now he's got a British accent in his younger years.
Did they get James Earl Jones back?
And they couldn't. They couldn't make him sound any younger. Apparently,
he's been around.
He's too iconic.
For a while.
He has been.
He's still alive.
Younger. Like how does that even work? Like seriously, how did that even work at all?
Man, it's 93.
Oh, God damn, 93. Good on him. Shout
Uh,
outs to him.
I know he's seen some shit.
Right?
19.
93 years, the whole world is completely upside down from like when you were born if you were like 93 years old.
Hell
I
yeah.
gotta imagine nothing makes any sense to old people
They
anymore.
got cameras in the cars now.
Right? They got cameras. They got cameras. That's blowing
Yes,
my mind. I
cameras.
was around when they just started taking pictures.
It's not like they didn't have digital cameras.
Right? Yeah, yeah. They had like the one where you had to like sit there for like 5 minutes and then
That was
like the
like
dude
the
flash
thing,
like
the curtain,
yeah,
the
yeah.
Oh
microphone or
yeah.
whatever they had, like press
Which
buttons.
is that's still sorcery to me. I don't know how the fuck they do that to this day. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck did they do that with like digitally, like you can capture. That's
Oh,
some like
it's like
Photons, baby. Photons.
no, it's not easy. Yeah, it's just electronics. I swear, life is so much less magical than you think. It's so like
It's basically basic biology and like chemistry and science. Like
you know
it's
it
mostly
kind of
like
imposes an image.
crystals
Yeah,
and photons. I mean, like you think
light
about like the things
refraction.
that animals do. Like there's animals deep in the ocean that can like create their own light. It's just it's not that out of the box. We're basically learning to mimic nature more efficiently and effectively.
Essentially, yeah, I'm cool with that. I like that. I like that explanation. You guys can't hear me chewing, can you? That's not getting
no.
picked up, right? No.
Not really though.
No one knows. No one knows. My
Speaking of
secret is
We
you,
all know
safe.
you're eating
it's
pancakes.
judging
It's okay.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
It's all
yeah.
good. I still
Oh,
have to
I
get you
should probably
for
like
every bite.
put my
Mhm.
phone. Sorry, my
Are
chair
you in
is
this?
like, yeah, I've been fucking
You
this
in your
chair up.
Sailor Moon room?
Yes, I am my selling room.
It's
Sailor
a
Moon
very
room,
impressive room. It's
nice.
extremely impressive room.
Yeah, like it's like a solid like collector's room.
Right?
I
Okay.
am a Sailor Moon collector. That is definitely fucking for sure.
Nice.
I always wanted to know how you get into collecting things as a kid. I always like where do you start? Do you just like start getting stuff and then like
It's
eventually it
like,
becomes the
Start
collection?
getting stuff,
Or
and
do
you're
you
like, this
start
is the shit,
somewhere?
and you keep getting stuff.
yeah. And for me,
Okay.
like Sailor Moon was so hard to come by when I was younger. Like I had to beg my this is when I was living in Sykesville, Maryland. And I used to have to beg my
Mm.
father to take me to College Park, Maryland, which is like close, not too far from DC. But they had this
Hmm.
one import store that had like all kinds of like different animes and stuff. And they had Sailor Moons, and I was buying the fucking episodes on tapes, getting
Oh
them.
yeah.
Yeah,
VHS.
like crazy. And they
I'd,
were
I'd
charging
do
$20.
anything to get it.
Yeah. $20 a pop for a tape. Was it 20? Yeah, it was about like 20. It was crazy. And then
Yeah,
like
this is
I go
like
on, I think, oh my God, and I'm so fucking stupid. Like I get so mad about the shit I did when I was a kid too. Like I got this Sailor Moon like dream pocket doll or whatever. And don't tell me
Hmm.
I don't know where the fuck that shit is now. Like I have so many things that could have been probably worth so much money that I've just destroyed. It's just,
it
wicked.
happens. It happens, you know.
That's the cost of doing business. Sometimes some things are just gonna get like meshed up, mashed up.
Sometimes I just want to go back in the past sometimes and slap the shit out of myself. Be like, don't do that dumb shit.
Right? I like to go back in time and now I just like whisper things to myself, like, hold on to this shit. Like, really like keep track of
Keep
this
that.
or something like that. Like, yeah, right.
Exactly.
Or maybe it's been happening this whole time. Maybe we've been getting like messages from ourselves in like, future, whatever, and we just haven't been paying attention.
Maybe.
Could be.
Man. I'm waiting for that whisper to be like, do A, B, and C so you can be filthy rich, bitch. And
Right? Invest in Google. I'm 9. I don't know what a Google is.
Invest in Bitcoin the year it first came out.
Right, exactly. What's
yo,
invest? I'm
speaking of which,
2nd.
in fucking Futurama, I
Uh-huh.
forgot that episode where they all got like a $300 rebate.
Oh
Hermes,
yeah, yeah, the
Hermes
$1,000
child, he
thing.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah. investing in Amazon, and he was like, "Oh, risk taker. If only he knew. If only he knew the success."
I always think about like Fry's like 100 cups of coffee. And how he basically like unlocks like time like super speed once he gets to like his 100th cup. Like that's I still wish that that was true.
Man,
Probably
yeah,
like some sort of aneurysm.
I would just explode, right? My body would just like
cardiac
my
arrest.
body would like implode. Yeah, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I'd collapse like a dying star.
But the fact that you can die from like water poisoning, can you imagine with coffee? Oh my god.
Caffeine.
It'd be water poisoning with caffeine.
It probably stop your heart. Yeah. Most likely.
I'm barely drinking enough as it is, and like I'm still like going to the bathroom all weird.
That's because you probably don't drink enough water.
I'm real good. I'm real good at getting my water in now. This thing is like insanely good. I'm you know, a lot of this is video based, and the audience at home can't see this, but I'm pointing to a water bottle. It's great.
We can all see your water bottle.
Good, fantastic.
Yes. I still never got a new water bottle. I'm pretty upset about that. It's okay.
I mean, you gotta get in. Target's got them for like $20, and like this one's like so like
I'm drinking out of this coconut oil jar.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, why not? I mean,
It works.
A cup's a cup. I don't give a shit.
I got these like these are my old water cups. Well, this one's water. This one's coffee.
Like tankards.
I used to. Yeah, when we went to Otakon, they had the little like soda
soda with like the little
yeah, but those cups last forever. Like,
they do.
Great.
I have one from a fair.
They're incredible, and they hold so much liquid too.
They do. They do.
They're kind of the best.
That makes me sad.
Makes you sad?
No, there was this one class. It's at my parents' house, which the parents' house is gone, but like I don't even know where that shit is. I got a Batman Beyond glass from McDonald's. You guys remember that shit?
Yeah, I mean, well, not that specifically, but I love those like themed like cups that they have and stuff like that.
Like themed glasses and stuff.
Yeah, I got a few of those. I'm mad. I don't have that shit anymore. I don't even know where that shit is, but that was cool.
You ever have those like Tom and Jerry like grape glasses? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Grape glasses?
Like, it came out like forever ago. Like it's definitely like a '90s thing, but like I guess they have this like Looney Tunes, or not maybe like Looney Tunes, but just like this old school cartoon thing where they would like they had these like Tom and Jerry. I think probably maybe Bugs Bunny and the rest of them, but they had them on like these grape jars that you can kind of like turn into like glasses after a while. We had those. I don't know. I guess they were a big amount of anything. I knew a couple of people who had
That's speaking of which, like, did you ever get all the Power Rangers figures from McDonald's? Back in the day, when the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie came out, they were having the Happy Meals. They had the.
I probably wanted them super bad, but I don't think I ever got them all.
Man,
if anything,
I remember when Burger King had like random little Dragon Ball figures. I was pretty obsessed with that.
Yeah. You know what? The sucky thing about being a kid is that you can never get all the toys from McDonald's. Like you can never get all the toys in like their run. You know, you got to be like real special. You got to start like asking like over the counter, like, "Hey, can I get this toy?"
I need this one.
Right, exactly. Because I got like multiples of like the same one. I've got multiple like maybe like Red Rangers or something like that. But if there was a Green Ranger in there, like I never saw it.
Yeah, if I was an adult back then, like I would have abused my adult powers. I would have been like, "Give me all the fucking Power Rangers now." I was like, "Fine, I will buy fucking 20 Happy Meals if I need to do it. Give me the fucking shit now."
Open all the toys and give me these.
I will buy the toys. But I worked at McDonald's, and sometimes they don't even have all of them. They have like a set amount of like boxes. Yeah.
That's what I figured. Like you get like certain ones, Like,
Mhm.
we're only getting these this week.
Oh
I
no,
don't know if
that's
it's like a box
some
or
of the
something like that,
workers.
but like,
The
What's
workers
that?
get first dibs on that bullshit, so they be like, "Let me go in and get
oh,
this shit," and then they take over. Yeah, you know how that shit go.
absolutely. But most of the workers are just sad and angry that they have to be there. So like,
I
they're
mean, you
towards
Gotta
the
know,
take
same.
care of what we have.
that's
most of the
true.
workers, most of the workers are very unhappy, and they are just there to get the check and get out. Is like get out as fast as possible.
Get out.
Mm.
Yeah, understandable.
I didn't have kids at the time that I worked there, so maybe just a toy aspect of it. Maybe that's kind of like a vibe. But I mean, most of the people were just kind of like, no,
We're just
my
here.
8 hours is up. Right. Once the 8 hours is up, I'm gone. I hate this place. I smell like French fries.
We're never
Right.
seeing it again until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, mostly
You know what
everyone
gets
else
me about
tells me that you
corporations
smell
though?
like French fries. Hmm?
Oh, you know what gets me about corporations though? They be like, oh, it's almost like they want you to carry the work home with you so you
Oh
can like
yeah.
do it. Fuck that. I'm leaving that shit at the door.
At the
As
door.
soon as I
Oh,
leave.
100%. Hell,
Yeah.
that's how it was with school. You know, school, they want you to do homework. I mean, man, I'm home. I'm
We
off the
never get
clock.
away.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
Like,
I
Work
feel
report.
weird
I'm off the
sometimes
clock,
about doing
man.
that.
I'm done.
Like
like,
I've
It's
been
over
in
for me.
school for 6 hours and you're gonna send me home with a shit ton of work to do for another 3 hours. Fuck
right.
you in the horse the
Right?
road and
In my
What have we
house?
been doing all day? What have I been doing in this building for the past 6 hours? Like,
Exactly. Like, what's up?
what are we
But I've
doing
No,
here?
heard
we
some
can't.
schools have like kind of done away with that. I forgot. It's like special schools, of course, with probably money and all this shit. But like
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
sure.
there's some
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they don't give their
Because like
kids home.
homework's not really conductive. And like, what are you actually learning in school while you're in the building, in the class?
Right. I don't know. I feel like school, like I'm not saying school isn't necessary. It definitely is necessary, but I feel like
So like, it's
it needs
ineffective the way that we do it.
it needs a whole reform. Like, because
Especially.
honestly,
Oh,
because
yeah,
each kid
absolutely.
is going to be different. Each kid is different. Each kid learns differently, and yeah, what might work for a few will not work for others. I don't know. I just feel like schooling could be so done. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's
Sure.
the whole
Well, they need
hypocrisy.
to put actual money into the schools. That's another thing too.
Like money.
They need to put like serious, like, yeah, right. They need to pay the teachers. They need to like,
But
I
it's
don't know,
all
invest in
like.
like public education.
But here's the thing. That's the key word: public education.
Public,
No, they're not
yeah.
trying to do anything for the public. If it's private,
No.
rich money only.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
who got the moolah. That's what it's all about. Because if it
Essentially.
wasn't the case, if everybody could get it, and I mean everybody, including you know all shades, colors, ethnicity, all from this fucking country, we would have healthcare. But because there's so many damn minorities and black people,
Mhm.
They're like,
they
nah,
will never
y'all
get it.
can't have no free healthcare. They'll be healthy.
Okay,
Right,
like
exactly.
And they'll get electrical powers.
It's all cause and effect, right? Got to keep our powers low. We can't have powers.
Yeah, no. That's why they don't put
it's
trees
crazy.
in black neighborhoods.
Sure,
What do you
sure,
say?
probably, more than likely.
No trees, no nature. It's all concrete.
Oh, you don't want them like breathing like good air. You don't want them like kind of like drinking clean water. Flint, Michigan still
Air.
like Flint, Michigan still has bad water. That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild.
Mhm.
They never fixed like that
Flint
water,
still
not the
does
water
not have good
situation since
water.
like
No,
2015.
other parts of Michigan have good water, but Flint does not have good water.
That's ridiculous. Pause.
Yeah.
Break time.
Dramatic pause. Moment of silence for the fucked world that we are in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That just makes me angry.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Well, let's
What
talk
the
about things that make us happy. You know, what do we got? What do we got that's coming up? What do we have that to look forward to? That's maybe like an entertainment thing. You know, maybe something that like if we have listeners, what would they like to hear?
Man, nothing.
Uh,
Summer is almost done.
Summer's dead.
Summer is dead
Nothing else
now.
going on.
Back in this whack ass town.
um,
I'm looking forward to like
Planning for next year.
yeah.
sure. Fair enough.
WonderCon
I found
I'm
this
looking forward
really
to going to Amagansett. That'll be fun.
Expo was amazing.
Amagansett. Yeah.
Yeah.
I, Arashi.
Anime conned up this summer. It was great.
Yakuo. Yeah, we went hard.
Yeah, it was great.
That hotel was legit. Was super down with it.
It was cute.
Yep.
The people were like really like cool and scary after a certain hour. Didn't enjoy that.
They were cool. They were cool. They were all right.
A lot, for the most part, they're very nice to you. Somebody like asked me if I was 38. I was kind of like, damn.
Like,
I remember you were telling me that. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're like 35, right?
Right. It had that vibe of like, ew, you're like 35. Like that kind of like situation. And I was kind of like, oh damn, like I've been walking lately. I've used that as motivation to start walking a lot harder. I'm getting my 5.78 miles in for the past like 2-3 days. So listen, no one's ever gonna call me 38 again until I'm like 70. That's how I deal with my trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from that, no, it's pretty good. I would definitely stay at the like. I'd like to
hate on
like.
you.
Hmm?
It's like we're just at that age where people hate on you.
Yeah, right. For no reason. Because it happens to them.
Like, oh my gosh, you lived. Ew.
Right, exactly. Like, in a way, it's like, yeah, man, like, thank God I've been like
Alive?
38. It's crazy out here.
I'm like, you can feel free to take yourself out at 27 if that's what you desire. Like, do you?
That's your vibe, yeah. But no, I mean, like, listen, like 45, 40 something year olds, they wish they were like 30, like, they wish they were 38. Shoot.
Right. You hang out with
That's how I always kind
people,
of look at it.
they wish they were in their 30s.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, shoot. I mean, I remember thinking I was like old at 25, and it's like,
I
man,
did
shit,
too. No, I distinctly remember like turning like 22 and be like, oh my God, I'm so old. Like,
yeah.
I'm like,
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't
It's
know.
that first little like
It's weird, like
that taste of like
your just like your perspective of like time at different points of your life. Because like, I mean, like
yeah,
when you're 20, when you're like in your 20s, you've still been like a child for the majority of your life. Like
that's
your
wild,
life, you've
isn't
been
it?
a child. And so now you're like, oh, I'm an adult, gross. And you've been a child, you've been trashing adults this whole time, and now you are the adult, and you're like, oh God. And so like
And
even
then you
more
do things that
adult
are
is
totally
worse.
contrary to being an adult. You try to like be cool and hip, but it's like after your 30s, you're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to fuck.
Yeah,
with you.
no,
Yeah.
I'm just doing it.
Thirties
This
is
is me
pretty
at this
lit,
point.
actually, because I'm like, I give, I have like negative fucks. I'm in the negatives. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like more like at my 30s, I feel like I'm more like able to just do anything I want,
Yeah.
kind of in a way. Like, monetary like limitations aside, like I can like,
I'm a
go out at
ass
like
adult.
yeah, exactly. I can go out at like 2 a.m. or something like that if I feel like going out
Say
at
to
2
me,
a.m.
nothing.
Walking around, just
Grown as
yeah,
fuck.
exactly. Like I'm here. This is about as we're technically in our primes. I feel like
I think so.
prime is like 30 something along those lines.
30,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like peak power moment.
I feel like I'm almost done baking. I hear like women peak in their 40s.
Okay,
I don't know. We'll see.
probably. Yeah. Listen, we're doing it. We're making it. We're still in the upswing. We haven't hit 50 yet. That's like we're still not even halfway
I'm not
done.
50. Whatever. I'm not 50.
Because I gotta imagine at 50, it's like hard to deny that like half your life is like I have more days. I have more days behind me than days ahead of me. That's a wild statement that someone threw out one time. That sucks. That's a
I
wild
will
way to
say
look
this:
at it.
like after COVID happened, mortality definitely became more like realer. Like the fact that it made it so that it doesn't matter what age you are, whatever, you could die any day. And you could it just made that
you
shit
get sick and
more
die.
real. It made that shit more real, and it's just kind of like, well, damn, like it's just like you never know what's gonna happen. Like you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Global pandemic, big old meteor hits, shit can just be wild out here for no
Anything,
reason.
anything. So I'm like,
And we can elect a dummy, and
I'm
yeah.
pretty chill. I'm like, yeah, I've made it this far in life. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking speaking of dying, you see Misty from Misty
Yeah, the
from Pokemon?
Rachel
She passed.
Gore.
Yeah, I forget
She
what her. Yeah, I don't know.
he was
Yeah,
also Utena from Revolutionary Girl Utena.
was she
What
really get
happened?
out of town?
Was
Misty, the woman who played
and
Misty, I think Jessie.
Jesse
Um,
and Utena.
yeah, she played Jessie. Yeah, she passed away.
The English
Oh, I'm
voice
sorry.
actor
Yeah, the English
Well,
one.
English voice actor. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Oh,
OG Misty, like
yeah.
OG
OG.
Miss Rachel
OG like
Rachel.
Kanto Pokemon Misty.
Yeah. Original Four Kids dub
We lost
Misty.
it.
She passed away like recently, like 2 days ago, something like
That's
that.
pretty recent, yeah. We lost
She
some
plays
big people this
Jigglypuff too,
year.
I think. We did. It's
No, I can't
it's
I can't like let it go that like Akira Toriyama died in the Year of the Dragon. Like how freaky is that?
that's.
That's some freaky shit. I'm
I didn't
sorry.
even think about that. That's wild.
And
Yeah,
he,
I
like,
mean,
Shinron came and got him. Just like, all right,
in and
time to
out.
go.
Yeah, it's my time.
Time
That's
to go.
crazy. What
Dragon
a,
Ball.
I mean, what a life to live too, man. I mean, Dragon Ball Z is like it's
Huge.
planetary.
Like
It's they
it
love
is
it in Mexico, by
legendary.
the way. It's wild. Like
It's
it is like
legendary.
a way of life in like Mexico. But like, yeah, the Chinese government was like, yo, like RIP my boy. Like,
Everybody
everybody
like
was just like,
everybody was like affected by that. Everybody was just like, oh, okay, stop all things. We have
right,
lost
yeah.
anime father.
It was like a wave of sadness throughout the world. It's crazy. Because big people die like all the time. Like Chadwick Boseman,
But
maybe
I don't know, like
um
had like that huge
it wasn't
impact
that
on everybody on
yeah,
so many people's childhoods and like it got us into like anime.
yeah. It like stopped the world for like a minute, or like
It
staggered the world. Like that's a wild life.
is.
And I'm sure he was just like, whatever. I'm just doing this. Like, no big deal.
Right.
I'm,
He's
I'm
like,
making
I'm just drawing these little doodles. It's all good.
right.
I'm good.
You guys take this way too. There are people online who call themselves like Dragon Ball historians who like they like pick and peel apart the manga to like make arguments and shit like that. Dragon Ball Z is like a way of life for people. It's crazy.
I know one thing. I
Mm-hmm.
pray I never hear it, but if something happens to Naoko Takeuchi, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit. Like,
It's gonna be hard. It's really hard.
Yeah.
When
like
somebody you don't know but like has such a big impact on your life like passes away, it's like it's crazy.
It
Like I've
is.
never
like
met this
all the
person before in my
reports
life,
I
but
did on
like
her on school, all the reports, like I even think I did a report on her on fucking college. Like this shit is this. She for for someone I don't even know. Like how the fuck do you have so much devotion and like emotional attachment to a motherfucker who doesn't even know you exist?
right? How because that parasocial relationship, it gets you sometimes, sneaks up on you.
It's
I
crazy.
feel it. I gotta like consciously remember to like sort of like check myself whenever I get too parasocial with like a celebrity or like somebody that I like the creator of One Piece, like I get like really like, oh man, like he gets it, like oh man, that's such a good idea, but it's like oh shit, like I don't know this person. I have to like
I
take a
don't know
step
this man.
back, like yeah, exactly, like
Mhm.
it's wild.
It
But I
is.
mean,
Sometimes people just create something that makes that global impact, that deep
I,
impact on people. Like we were all on
yeah,
that Dragon Ball journey. Like
absolutely, yeah. I thought I could wear weighted training, shit to like get stronger.
we were
Turns out it
all
doesn't
trying to
work,
go
but
Super
like,
Saiyan.
yeah, at least
Mhm.
once.
We were all doing like the Ginyu Force poses. Like that was
I
Hundred
mean,
percent. I mean, everybody's trying to fire a Kamehameha wave at some point. I feel
everybody tried to shoot a Kamehameha wave. Even that kid in the
like.
Olympics did.
Yeah, right. So many Olympians are like anime nerds. It's kind of great. It's amazing.
Pretty great. It's pretty great. Like we're out
I
here.
saw so many like One Piece people.
Mhm.
I want to like shake. I shake an Olympian's hand.
Mhm.
Like, damn man, you're really cool.
like
And
you,
also, you do sports.
you like to say you do that.
Yeah,
But
right.
for One
Oh, and you
Piece.
got a gold medal. That's cool. Mostly the One Piece thing, though.
Yeah. So I heard you like One Piece. Nice medal.
Right, exactly. That's all I need to. That's all I need to know about you.
It's supposed to
Oh,
be in
you're an
LA
Olympian too. All right, cool.
28.
It's supposed to be where now?
It's supposed to be in LA in 28.
Ooh.
The Olympics.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Be interesting. But the Olympics is kind of wild, right? Like, the Olympics, I found out, is kind of like it's low key, kind of like a plague when it like enters like sort of like certain spaces.
Yeah,
Like,
because they tend to like sweep the area and like
yeah,
displace a lot of people and like disrupt a
they do
lot of
like
small.
big cleansings.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a weird like sort of thing. I mean, in fact, it's like I think it's like unsustainable. I think they're gonna try and like limit like where they can do the Olympics, like probably going forward, maybe in the next 3 or 4 of them or something like that. I mean, that's like it's like 16 years down the line, but like I know they're trying to be more concise about it just because it's like sort of become like this unsustainable practice of like
Thing.
tearing down a bunch of homes and building a stadium everywhere they
Yeah.
go.
I think that's why they're trying to have it in big places that already have venues. Because I think they're trying to use big
Yeah,
in Los Angeles because LA already
that
has
makes a lot of sense.
a bunch of big stuff around that they can already use instead of like tearing stuff down and building.
Tearing down a tent village or something like that, or tearing down like some homes or whatever.
Mhm. All right, everybody
No
else.
big deal. Hey, listen, the Olympics came, so
We're all homeless.
Bees like that sometimes.
Use like that.
Um, what are we playing by the way? Are we playing any games, folks? Are we like kind of getting in? Have we played any games in a while? So how do we feel about gaming
I'm
right
always
now?
playing Sims.
Sims, okay, all right.
Always playing Sims. That's
That's
my shit. That's
tried and true. I like that.
I
Marcus, you switching it up a
recently
little bit?
bought the Hogwarts game for my Switch.
Oh
The
yeah.
Legacy of Hogwarts. I got that, and I got Atelier. I think her name is Atelier Riza, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I
In
got a.
Genshin or Honkai?
No.
Or is that
This
the
is
name of the game?
no. The name of the game is Atelier. It's a whole separate game. It's actually a game.
Can you like you throw an image of it in the chat? Or can you throw like a link to something? Just like a
Oh,
visual?
Show the
I
audience.
I can
Right,
try.
exactly.
Let
Put
our
me
viewers.
on.
Our viewers.
I've been eating gummies and playing Shin Megami Tensei again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
We lost
Just
one.
like it blew up.
We lost one.
Just
Okay, we're down one.
a headshot, you know, like boom,
Then
boom.
I've been thinking
Um,
about restarting an Earthbound game.
that'd be pretty fun. Have you played the other ones? Two or no?
No.
Earthbound is the second one in the series. Have you played
Earthbound
three? I heard.
Earthbound is like American Mother 2. Earthbound is Mother.
Makes sense. Makes
There was,
sense.
there was the original Mother game. There's Mother 2, which is Earthbound, and then there's Mother 3, which is Earthbound 2.
Okay. All right. Okay.
With like Lucas. Lucas is in Earthbound 2.
Yeah. I chronically online again. I watched a video about Earthbound 3 and it was really good. And the story was like really touching. Like
It's really
the writers of those games really like
it's a great
yeah.
it's like really fun to play through. Yeah. It's great.
Is that the one where you become like I mean spoiler alert, but like is it the one where you become like robots at the
Mhm.
end?
Mhm.
You're like, yeah, okay.
You can become robots at the end.
That's wild. That's fun. I've made it like
But it's okay because you become
okay.
human.
Okay, good. All right.
But you do have to like sacrifice you get to that point where you're like, all right, you're at the last final battle. You have to sacrifice your bodies in order to like transmute your souls through this dimensional portal that your flesh can't go through, so that you can be in these robots, so you can fight Gygus.
That is wild.
Okay,
That
but
is
then,
insane.
thing.
Where'd you go?
Ooh, we're back. Ooh, fancy. Altier Razor. Okay. Ever darkness, and the secret hideout. I wish I could like say words properly. But the Ever
So
Darkness.
I
Okay, all
don't know
right.
how to get back on my camera thing. What the fuck?
Are you?
Oh. Never mind.
I
I'm
was just
good.
thinking you still
There you
there
are.
you go. You got it.
Okay.
Perfect. Fantastic.
Ever Darkness and
Oh.
the Secret Hideout.
Technical
Thanks for
difficulties.
the,
I
what's
think.
up with that? No worries. I've been playing SMT5 or Shin Megami Tensei 5. I'm super addicted to it. I'm gonna put the link in there. I don't know. I probably mentioned it to you guys before, but it's just really fun.
Mm-hmm.
You play as the
I do
long-haired
recall you
anime
telling me
woman.
about that.
Yeah, it's great. Super, super demonic. Pretty bad. I know. Marcus isn't down for that, but like, it's fun though. I swear. His angels too.
Eh.
Is this the
It's
game?
a
With, like,
lot.
Real good.
is this the game with like all the dick monsters?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, lots of dick monsters too. It's great. That's why I have told you both about it. It's great. I'm obsessed with it. I haven't watched any anime for the past like month. I took a break on all anime to finish this game, and I'm
You're playing
taking my
this
sweet
game.
ass time. Right?
Excellent.
I can only do one thing at a time. I can't do anime like and
Game.
like game. I've become one of those adults that has to like schedule out fun.
That's hilarious. I am excited for August 22nd to come.
Ooh, August
Do
22nd.
it.
What's going on August 22nd?
Mm-hmm.
They're releasing Sailor Moon Cosmos on Netflix for fucking finally.
Ooh,
Only
Hey,
like
for the
a year and a
BK.
half afterwards.
there we go. Wait, so is Cosmos? Where's that in terms
Cosmos
of
is the last
seasons?
one. Finished,
The
finito,
last
done.
one.
That's
Done. Okay, all right.
And it's I ain't gonna lie, that one's a doozy. It's a doozy.
Watch
I'm
party.
looking forward
But
to it.
I will say this.
Yeah, we should, right?
Compared to the 90s version,
Mhm.
I will say that I got more emotional in the 90s one compared to this one.
No one.
Because the way
Mm.
that I mean, okay, spoiler
In the
alert.
manga.
When
Spoiler
everyone
alert.
dies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure, yeah. Okay, I
So
knew
when
that
everyone
much. Yeah.
dies, like in the 90s
I'm gonna take out my
version,
headphones for a little bit.
that
I'm
shit,
gonna do this for a bit.
I feel like that shit they did like it was good. It was good how they did it because okay, let's just put it and Mars, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, like they were the first ones to go, and like they went all at the same time. And the way they executed that shit was just like I ain't gonna lie. Every time I watch that scene, I cry like a little bitch. Like that shit is terrible because it's always like it's the part when fucking Sailor Moon and like Ray and like she sees Ray's friend and she picks up and she's like Ray-chan, she's like you can night yo, don't go, and
Like, I'm gone.
Ray was like, don't worry about it, you'll be strong. Plus you still have Mamoru. And then after that, and she sees all this fucking star seeds come. Fucking sees Mamoru's star seed and the whole thing, and Mamoru's gone too. That I was just like, yo,
everyone I love is
did
dead.
that shit.
Everybody, boom. Shots fired.
Like,
Everybody
I ain't gonna lie with Cosmos, the way they did that shit, they did it so fast that you didn't like you know what's happening, but you were like, damn, like you don't even have time to react to what just fucking happened. They just they pick them up.
Like onslaught.
Yeah. Well, hopefully in the anime they like give it its proper like screen time because sometimes in manga you just gotta like you gotta get it going, you gotta keep it moving. If you go to
I
watch,
feel like the pacing was pretty good compared to when I read the Stars manga. The pacing was pretty good, but I will say like with the movies, like
the
I
90s
really
anime
wish
just did it better.
they got like actual like episodic series because I felt like the movies just it just rushes things. It does.
Sure, yeah. Well, you gotta combine the whole story. You gotta combine but so much
story.
time into like a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just gonna get lost.
Yeah, but anywho, I'm so excited for that, and yeah,
looking forward to it. You know what? I'll have to finish up season 5 of the '90s anime. I made it to like the part where like I made it to the beginning of season 5 where Queen Nehelenia she comes back like and there's
Oh
like glass
yeah.
shards and stuff like that. That part was like it was really good, but it's just kind of like it kind of lost me a little bit because I was like ready to jump on the new stuff, and then like they spent like 3 episodes like rehashing this old character. So I'm like,
Like,
but it's great though. Still love it. Nehelenia, what a great design.
Yeah,
Um,
she's
she
okay.
deserved more.
I will say like the way that she got her powers in the
Uh
90s
huh.
version for being eternal, I do prefer the
Ooh.
manga version better. I prefer the manga version way better because it wasn't just I don't understand
Sure,
why they didn't make
yeah.
the other Senshis eternal because they were supposed to be eternal, but they never got their eternal power ups in the 91. So I don't know why.
I just making shit up, anime filler. You hate to see it.
Probably on real shit, probably because they didn't want to fucking do the animation for all that bullshit.
funding.
I mean, you definitely cut corners where you can. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know how far along the manga was by the time the '90s anime was out. Because, like, I mean, that could have also been a factor in it too. That's back when they were just kind of like, I don't know, we're doing a lot less anime filler now. Like
We've been complaining about
animation productions
do
are,
that shit.
Actually, that's like a
yeah,
question.
yeah.
Like, I remember reading an article saying that I think Naoko Takeuchi was talking about I think S season S,
Mhm,
and she was just
mhm.
talking about like I'm loving how everything is gone and like I'm
Okay.
excited just as everybody else to see how it like ends or what they do because apparently like I
I'll see
most
what
of
they
the
do.
story
Like,
is kind
yeah.
of static, but they've also done like a little different things too. So she said she was even surprised with some of the things that they did. So
Yeah, 'cause they outpace you after a while. I'm out here making this manga by myself, like once a month, and like
Yeah.
these guys are like flying through a whole
Like
production.
a
Like,
whole
what?
studio that's animating it. And they're like, all right, what's next?
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Like,
That's why Naruto is like 70% like filler. That's why Bleach, rehashes the same plot over and over again for like its run. It's
yeah.
like, oh man, these new people show up and they have these powers, and these are the conditions of these powers, and we have to stop them. That's like 3 different like Bleach arcs. It's
the, the,
it's
the,
it's kind
the,
of great.
the filler formula.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. New guy who's here. You didn't know about him. You didn't
But
know
he's
about
been
him, but
here
he's been there the
the
whole
whole
time.
time.
And he's gonna like, I know you know that Naruto gets older, but when he was a kid, he almost died and you didn't see it. And that's very important to know.
Yeah.
That's filler. That's right. But
Hilarious.
The Sailor Moon anime, the '90s anime is pretty good too. I just like how they turned it into like a Monster of the Week show. I think that's pretty like fantastic.
Yeah.
Because like the designs and like the newer ones, like I like how like I like how the new series I like how the new series is like doing a more faithful manga adaptation, but I like the monsters from the old '90s. Like I like the theme; it was always like silly or fun or
Yeah,
dumb.
it
It's
was
just I
very
don't know.
creative.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like,
I like all the explanations they had to come up with for some of these monsters too.
right.
Like just like bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't know.
Mhm.
I thought
I
the
think it was like
rainbow
see.
crystal things was kind of interesting because I don't think it was that extensive. No, I know it wasn't extensive in the manga, but like how she had to find like the shards of the crystal and put them all together.
Yeah, but they were like into people, right? Or like they were like monsters that
Yeah,
got
they were in the
reincarnated or
people,
something.
and then each
Yeah,
person had like their own like little special gift because of it. Yeah,
yeah, but it was like one became like an angel with like boxing gloves, and it's just kind of like that's a legendary monster dog. Like that's what he looked like billions of years ago. Like, sure, okay, like I'm with you, man, but like that's crazy.
yeah. I also wonder why they
But
didn't make the henchmen uh be more like I guess closer or have like some more interactions with Endymion or Tuxedo Mask or whatever because
oh
that
right,
that
yeah,
was
cause
his fort.
The henchmen?
yeah,
Like the knights?
the
Yeah, like yeah,
Or the
Nephalite and like
Kunzite
the
and
whole
Zoisite and all that
yeah,
they were a part of his court. Just like
I mean,
they
like,
basically were the male versions of the inner of
of the
Mars, Jupiter,
intercension.
and Venus.
Yeah, because like in the
yeah,
'90s one, I didn't even know that they had any connection to him. I was like, who are
yeah.
these dudes? I thought they were what's the lady's name? Beryl. I just thought they were like
But
Beryl's dudes. I was like, okay.
yeah. that's a really like cool thing that they cut out, and it's like, why would you
Yeah,
leave
like
that
that seems
out?
like a
You're
major like plot device. Like, oh, actually, yeah, these are like King Endymion's court from like
right.
First
Right.
Kingdom. Like,
And then on top of
Those are
that,
his
like
boys.
they actually dated the Inner Centuries. Like they
yeah,
all were like
they're all like
together.
Right?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like
That
They
was
a
like
taught.
major thing to skip over.
They had to make what Zoisite and Kunzite like lovers. I guess you can't do that
that
if they're
was now I ain't
dating
gonna lie,
each other.
like after knowing the true story and how that shit kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, what the fuck? Like I'm not I
It's
mean
kind of
like yeah,
wild.
Right
They
from
took
the
some
all
liberties.
exclusivity is cool, but like that was not a part of the plan. Like somebody went rogue with
I-
that shit.
yeah,
they were like,
somebody.
I've been shipping these two forever. Now it's my
Now it's my turn.
my turn. This is my story.
Y'all should have never gave me the reins to this.
Seriously. And then the R movie where Mamoru's ex-boyfriend came back.
Right. Yeah. That was
I
wild
really like
too.
Alan and Anne. They're like some of my favorite monsters from like the early Sailor
They're
Moon.
like the green ones, right? The
Yeah, the
the,
green
the aliens with the
Yeah.
cards.
I
Yeah, right. They were pretty dope.
ever in the manga, or I don't know if it was like a manga special. I don't know
I think
if they were
they're filler, right?
canon.
I'm pretty sure they're filler.
Were they filler? Because were they in the movie? Or they were just like
No,
in
they were
It was like a filler.
in the movie. 'Cause I watched it, like, the villain of the movie had like the exact same design as them, so he could have been like a prototype version of them. It was kind of something of like them borrowing from themselves when they like did that movie.
Hmm.
I guess if those characters are like, oh, did my headphones die? I guess they
I
died.
was like, your sound did change. We can still hear you, but your sound is different now.
Do I sound like I'm far away?
A little bit, kind of, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, let me see if. Well, I gotta wait for them to load, but I can always scooch closer. That's fun.
Bring the phone closer.
Mm.
Why don't you just like look into your phone?
Huh?
Like, why don't you just
I
look
can't
into your
do that.
phone? Or
I was
that's just your
I have
setup.
to,
This is how you set things up.
I have like a setup where like this is kind of like my work setup, but like okay, so I have these like Bluetooth headphones, and like they're kind of like on their like last legs. It's mostly just like one of them that kind of like conks out. If one of them turns off, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
No,
no.
Oh, no, you're gone.
No,
Lost
no,
Steve.
gone.
Okay, you're back.
Nothing.
I can
Okay,
hear you.
now
How
you're
am I
back.
doing? Does this sound better?
Kinda, a little bit,
Kinda?
not
I
too
can
much.
hear you clearly.
I asked if it sound better, and then I didn't say anything.
It's
That's
different.
how I'm doing. But this is kind of like my setup for the time being. Maybe I'll get a microphone actually. I got a mic somewhere, but not here specifically. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna charge my while we're doing this.
One more Sailor Moon
But,
thing. You know
Uh-huh.
what they didn't do? What I kind of wish they did, and I thought it would be cool animated. I don't know if you ever played Sailor Moon Another Story. It's it's a SNES game. It's an RPG.
Okay. Sick.
It's
RPG?
actually fucking
I love
awesome.
RPG.
Yeah, it's like so.
I love all
like
RPGs.
this,
Yeah.
pretty much, it's like they all have like a counterpart that kind of like looks like them, and but they're enemies. I forgot. One is like the one who is like, I guess, Sailor Moon adjacent. Her name is, I think, Sin or something like that. And
Sick.
they came and like fuck with all this shit. And I know in the story they had to go in the past and they had to go in the future. It was crazy. But there was one part.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. There's one part in the game though that Sailor Moon and Chibi Moon go in the past and they go to the Silver Millennium before it was destroyed. And she actually introduced Chibiusa to her to Queen Serenity, like OG Queen Serenity.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
Grandma?
Yeah, like basically her grandma. Yeah, it was really fucking
that's
awesome. It was sad though because like at one point like Sailor Moon was like, I can stop this now. I can whatever, and they were like, you can't. Like you just it has to happen.
You
Even
can't
like Queen Serenity was like, I know
necessarily-
my fate.
It's a canon event, Sailor Moon. You
Yeah.
can't stop this.
You can't stop it.
And I ain't gonna lie, though. Like it was really a good story, and like they even went to the future. Like I really enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
That would have been
Okay.
something cool if they ever animated or whatever. But honestly, I'm
I-
hoping they do something like different with the season. Not saying I don't like Sailor Moon what it is now, but like I said, I want to see
Uh-huh.
Chibiusa and Saturn and her court do some crazy shit, or maybe go to the
Yeah.
Starlight's world and help figure some fucking do some
sick.
ambassador for the Earth or some shit. Like, come on now, give me something new.
That would be.
Wait, so-
they can repeat the same stories all over and over again, like instead of expanding them or like progressing the stories. They're just like, all right, let's
Yeah.
remake this. Like they can like push it like
There's always room for improvement.
always. Like,
You know?
Yeah,
Moon is
I
such
feel
a
like they
big
do that for a
world.
lot of shit, though. I really do. Like, instead of just remaking it, like you have a solid foundation,
Press
just
it.
build up on it.
Yeah.
Some people do that route. Some people go like a little bit harder. Like I think we're getting off topic, but like The Last of Us, like I heard that kind of like improved on like the
No
game
plot
story and everything like
story.
that. Yeah. But like every once in a while, like somebody will go in and kind of like update the little things to like make it a little bit of a better like the story they really wanted to do,
Mhm.
basically.
Okay.
Mhm.
But it's few and far between. Adaptations are kind of difficult. Like I don't know, something I hear the live action Naruto is pulling the Dragon Ball Evolution so far. It's gonna be pretty.
no!
It's shaping up to be pretty bad. Apparently, it's not looking
can
good.
Only imagine. I'm not gonna watch. I will watch Boruto before any of that. Like, no thanks.
Absolutely, yeah.
Good.
You know what is it like? Naruto Uzumaki. He's a high schooler from Memphis,
Oh
and
my
he's
God.
also
Oh
a
my God.
ninja.
Oh my God, the
No.
cringe.
Oh god.
He wants to like date the most popular girl at school, Sakura Haruno or something like that, from New Jersey. And it's like,
Oh God, no, not Jersey.
That's a hard pass.
but then
Hard pass.
this kid Sasuke shows up, Sasuke, who's actually Asian, who's from
Oh,
Japan or something like that.
Right.
Oh my,
you know?
it's giving Dead or Alive. Like,
Or an exchange student.
it's giving Dead or Alive. Seriously.
Mm.
Listen,
That sounds
these
like
executives.
that sounds like a travesty. And
I
mean,
that's
the only
crazy.
good thing I say about Dead or Alive, and I mean, at least the girl who actually
Uh-huh.
played Kasumi was like technically she was half Japanese and like whatever. But for Ayane,
remember.
they straight up got a white girl, like straight up
Oh,
got a
right,
white girl
yeah.
and put the fucking
Like-
eyeliner on her and was like, now you're Asian. I'm
Damn.
like, what the fuck?
We'll take it. It'll work. Just go with it. It really be like that sometimes. Sometimes you just get
And then they gave
anybody who's
everybody
around
fucking
town to
swords.
play.
Like, I was like, what the fuck? Why does everybody have a sword? Why does everybody have a sword? The only ones who really like had any experience with sword would probably be Kasumi and Ayane, but that was it. The Helena, fucking Tina, all like.
Everybody's got a. I mean, how are you supposed to fight without a sword? I mean, I never leave the house without one. Honestly, that's why they sell them at anime conventions, so you can arm yourself.
Everybody gets a sword.
Everybody gets a sword.
Yeah.
There's no way we can do martial arts without it. That would be preposterous from my American sensibilities. It does not compute.
Swords. Swords.
Damn, I was gonna do something. One Piece got a. I mean, One Piece, the live action is like passable. That's a pretty decent live action anime.
People
Like
say they like it.
they did kind of all right. Yeah, like it'll get you there in a satisfying way. Like you just check it out. It's kind of fun. They added some stuff that they didn't need to, but like it's a decent return. And they cut out my favorite part, which is like this whole restaurant arc. It was great. This dude who you think is just like a background character, a nothing character, turns out to be so important. One Piece is great. Maybe I'll have like a One Piece section of the podcast. I'll teach a little bit of like One Piece for like 15 minutes or something like that.
One Piece lore.
Oh yeah, right. I'll do a One Piece rant in the middle of the show. You can have like musical cues or something like that. Yeah.
I'll get some sound effects.
Yeah, like ding dong dong. It's time for a One Piece rant.
One Piece rant by Mars.
I think we're supposed to get a new chapter this week. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm now. This is real Mars now. I'm looking this up. Oh yeah,
I
okay. We're good.
it. I'm
Yeah,
excited
yeah,
to
yeah.
see the rest of My Hero Academia get animated now that it's done.
Yeah, that was crazy. It ended like it ended that weekend. It was
It
nuts.
ended that weekend, Otakon weekend.
Yeah. Did you
Wrapped it up.
that same weekend, Horikoshi, the author of My Hero Academia, um he did a One Piece. He sent in a One Piece fan illustration, and then
Oh
Oda
yeah,
redrew that drawing in his the One Piece chapter that week. So it was real sweet.
I did see that.
Yeah, it
Like
was like
the manga to like collab with each other. It's cute.
yeah, it's really like it's adorable.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing when Naruto ended too. That was like a really like fun one. Like Luffy and Naruto are like eating like ramen. It's like, oh, you guys,
Yeah. He's like,
that's
I am
real sweet.
outlasting all of you.
Yeah, right.
Like, I will be the series
He's
to end
like,
them all.
damn. And he's like, damn, yeah, another one like is over and done. Like, I guess so.
Man.
But it's kind of funny too. They all like blow up as he's like kind of just still scribing away at his little story,
Yeah.
still doing his thing.
Mhm.
So now he's like taking a lot more breaks, which is like really nice. Because like weekly manga is kind of like buck wild. It's kind of an insane like pace to keep up. But
Seems like a lot of
Oda's
work.
taking a lot more breaks. Hmm?
Seems like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I mean, they never really talk about it. Like, well, I guess they kind of do talk about it, but like, a lot of people don't realize that they have like assistants to like handle backgrounds and like other like sort of incidental things. So it's not just one person like doing all the work by themselves in one week. Like they probably might have done that
They have a team.
early days, like back in the day. Yeah, you definitely got to have a team.
Mm. That makes
It
more
is,
sense.
yeah. It's a lot of fucking, and especially like all the like drawings that they do. Like, there's been like several wars in One Piece, several like just I don't know years actually, years of like 100 plus characters, like just like duking it out. It's insane. Um, it's the best manga ever, and you guys should read it. And that's my One Piece of the week.
One day. One
Great.
day. One day.
I'm looking through it now, and it's just
When there's
fantastic.
nothing else, watch One
When there's
Piece.
no more all the anime is dried up, there'll
Yeah.
still be One Piece.
There will still be One Piece.
When we're living in the Mad Max world, there'll still be like
He'll
volumes of
still
One
be
Piece to get us
somewhere in a cave, like etching One Piece
there.
chapters in stone.
Right.
We'll gather around by fire to find out the newest plot
I was
device.
so high. That's how I know the apocalypse won't be that bad. Because if I can get to a Barnes and Noble,
You
like
still have
I'll
One
just
Piece.
I'll just carry the tomes with me. It's cool. There'll be so much to do aside from getting food and water and electricity and society back in order.
Yeah,
There'll be One Piece.
there'll be One Piece.
Oh, but then if it ends early, though, that's gonna suck. Mm. But
Indeed,
yeah,
indeed.
we still doing it. We still out here on our legal manga sites reading.
Read manga.
There's also one
Yeah.
called it's coming out actually. The first 3 episodes are going to be released in theaters soon, but it's called Dandadan. Dandadan. It's great. I'm going to put it in the chat. It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's like it's this manga where like it's like this like mixture of like Japanese yokai and aliens, and like these kids sort of like it's kind of like the X-Files, I guess, of like anime, essentially. Um, the whole inciting incident of the plot is that a little boy's balls are taken away from him, and he's on the quest to get them back, essentially. And it's the things that ensue. That his balls give people powers, like spiritual powers, and they get like cool like anime powers and stuff. I'm looking for it. It's really good. You gotta check that one out. It's only 163 chapters, so like it's not too bad.
Okay.
Um,
Not like super duper long.
shonen. Surprisingly, not like long for like a jump manga. Yeah.
Mm,
Uh, there's also Undead Unluck. That's pretty good. Jujutsu Kaisen. That's still popping.
mm-hmm.
Cookie. Well,
Indeed.
while I find that,
Yeah, I don't know.
there's
I'm just looking forward to the new My Hero movie and the rest of My Hero.
yeah, yeah,
That's my focus right now.
that was pretty fun. I think I saw little bits and pieces of that. I gotta see what's coming out in Regal Cinemas.
My Hero.
My
Damn it.
hero. I like watching it. I like watching anime movies in theaters. That always kind of feels like real special.
It is. I don't know. It's kind of novel, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw. I mean, I've seen like so many like Miyazaki movies in theaters. Like that's always kind of fun. Those movies kind of need to be seen in theaters. I feel like watching
Yeah.
them at home is like watching them at home is all right, but like seeing them on
So
the big
far.
screens, like yeah, yeah, that is not the proper way to like experience those movies.
Did you see The Boy and the Heron?
Um, I did. That was great. I love that movie. That was so good. It was fantastic. Um, Buck Wild too, man. Those birds are like
I feel like
maybe
I don't know. I
evil.
like
I guess they're
there
not
was a lot of
evil.
like exciting things about it, but like I feel like the plot was not as like plotting as like some of his other movies have usually been. It was
Sure. Yeah,
it was
yeah,
very, it was very visual. It was like visually stunning. I just felt like they built up this like
yeah.
world, and then it was like, all right, we're done.
Yeah. I was a little kind of just like, hey, listen, like it's crazy out here, and then like you kind of just like, all right, I'm done. Like I'm over it. Like
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah,
so many ways. I think like what the main title or like the original book um the original book that movie was based off is like called like How Do You Live or something like that. It's like there's like a lot of ways to like interpret that movie. It's very like it's one of those like art or pictures worth 1,000 words kind of like
yeah,
films.
yeah. No, it was super. It was very cinematic. It was visually stunning,
Yeah,
but
but you
there
can
was
take away a lot of like messages from it. I feel like,
a
right?
lot of the plot was just not hitting
Sure, 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 sure.
for me anyway.
Yeah, I get it. Because like the whole thing with like the mom and then like the burning and like the fire and stuff like that part kind of like was lost on me a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like they just kind of like threw things out there, like look at this crazy world in this building. That's this dimension. Oh, that's mom's fire or something. Like, oh, and actually this is
Yeah,
mom, and actually this is something that's going on. And now
and we have to get the other mom, and then
you
like she like
go
hates me
back
for
and live
some
with,
reason or something
yeah,
like
now you just have to go back and live there with the new mom and just accept your life and be like, okay, this is cool now. I went to this
that.
I was transported to a faraway planet in the middle of somewhere where birds were eating people, and now I'm fine with my new reality. So
I played the game like an ace, and now I'm in this race. He didn't even have to save any monsters. That's.
I don't know, it was just a
It's
little inconclusive for me.
I
Like
watched I
I
watched
hate
one of his
open
movies
ending
like recently.
stories.
Oh, sure, sure, sure. The ones that like make you kind of like, oh, like, is it cool at the end, or is it kind of like lame that like this
No,
happened? Like,
I came here for you to tell me a story. I don't want to come
you
up with the
tell
end of
me
your story.
how it is.
If I want to come up with the end of the story, I will write a story.
Mm.
Sure, 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 sure. No, I mean that's fair. I get that.
That's how I
Um,
consume media, I suppose.
I
As far
don't mind an open ending as much, but like I get that.
well, I feel like you're probably more invested in the visuals.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I mean, I like to think. I like to watch reviews of movies like after I watch them. I think I mentioned that beforehand, but like I don't know, I kind of just like seeing like what other people like say about things like after I've like watched it to see if like it lines up, I guess.
They came to the same conclusions as you.
Yeah, or like if they saw something that I didn't, because that happens a lot, like I was kind of like, oh, this happened. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even like notice that part. I don't think I watched any reviews of like Deadpool versus Wolverine though. I think that was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it was Yeah, that was a
not
fan.
much, not much interpretation for that one. Like it was what it was.
That was a fan movie.
I
Mm.
see that like I see that Gambit bit where he goes like, "I'm about to make a name for myself." I see that like that's like a new meme that's like kind of going around now.
Hmm.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I'm about to make a name for myself. It's like yeah, people people like Channing Tatum's Gambit, and he's finally getting to do his thing.
Was that Channing
I'm
Tatum?
happy for him. Channing Tatum, yeah, he's been trying to get that Gambit movie off the ground for like decades at this point. So
I just
I'm
want to
glad
be
he got to
Gambit
try
in a
it.
movie about Gambit. He was
Right,
alright. He was
right.
alright. He was okay. He was okay, Remy.
Yeah. I don't know if I can watch a whole movie of him doing it, but like it was great in a comedy setting.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I can't take him too seriously as Gambit.
Well, not with like the X-Men '90s like outfit with the suction like mask around his head. Like that didn't look like that wasn't it.
Well, I
It was
don't know. I feel
cool. It
like
was comic accurate.
it was him. It was just him.
Sure.
He wasn't selling Gambit. He wasn't selling me Remy, you know?
Yeah, no. I mean, he didn't have like I don't think he has like the right face for it. I don't think he has the
Just
right
seemed
like body
to me,
type
it was
for it.
very much like a guy playing Remy. Like you are an actor playing Remy. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you're not bringing me Remy. Like
100%, 100%.
Ryan Reynolds like is Deadpool. Hugh
Yeah,
Jackman
absolutely.
is Wolverine. Channing Tatum
Absolutely.
is a
100%.
guy playing Remy. Like you're cosplaying. That's just like the vibe that I
Yeah, that's cosplay. Yeah, Wesley Snipes is
So
Blade. You know, like,
get.
I'm gonna have to cut this session short because my blood sugar was like tanking, and it's like I need sugar. So
I know.
sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, then please do that. I think this has been a good sesh. I think we did. I think
Okay.
good
Okay,
trial
cool.
run, right?
it
Yeah.
was great.
We
Yeah.
worked out the kinks a little bit. You know, I got to get some new headphones. I got to get a new mic. You know, I'll figure it out.
Cool. All right.
So far, so good. Did
Sounds
we
good.
decide on a name? Are we
We didn't
are
talk
we
about a
still
name at
doing
all.
like? Yeah, sure. I'm still doing that time I got reincarnated. Oh, not reincarnated is bad. But like I started a podcast with my friends from school. We'll work on it. You know, the isekai idea.
Okay. I like the isekai idea.
It's kind
I'm
of fun,
cool with
right?
that.
It's,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's yeah.
You need to come up with a name, hammer down on a name,
Uh,
and like frequency, like how often do you want to like do this?
true. Yeah. I mean,
Like,
like, well, do we want to do once a week? Do we want to do once every 2 weeks? We could be bi-weekly. I think that works too. Weekly or bi-weekly. You guys decide, you know?
Just let me know. Send me a text, and we can go from there.
Sounds like a
okay.
plan. I like that.
Let's see.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Hmm. Oh damn! I just realized that my government name's like all over like the visuals of this.
yes.
I didn't know I didn't realize we were doing our superhero names for like the recording. That's fine. It's audio. It's a podcast.
It's whatever you prefer. But I don't know.
That's
We
cool.
could try weekly. We can try weekly
Yeah.
if that works.
Same time next week.
All right,
Let's
sounds
do
good.
it.
Yeah.
Wednesday 9 p.m.
Okay. But
All
like
right.
what's the name so we can like actually like post our episodes on the channel.
I did I made a podcast with my childhood friends. That was
Yeah,
fun.
I like that. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
one. That's
Okay.
that's
Cool.
the one. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It still plays into like the isekai title thing, so I'm good with that. Boom. That's 3 thumbs up.
Our
It's
title.
unanimous.
We can always change it later, but yeah. Okay. We can start with that.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Yay.
All right.
Sounds good. Well,
Set.
good set. See you
We
guys.
did it,
next week.
everybody.
All right.
Okay.
Fantastic. All right, we'll think of an outro next time.
Episode adjourned. Okay.
All
All right.
right.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. Anyway. All right. Well, take care,
Peace
folks.
out.
Have a good evening. Bye. See you around
Bye.
town.
Bye.